In June of 1849, James and I were staying once more in Albert Belden's home in Rocky Hill, Connecticut. One day, we had an unexpected visitor.
Why, Clarissa Bonfoy, come on in. I haven't seen you since you were kind enough to watch Henry for us when we traveled to New York.
It's good to see you too, Sister White. Congratulations on your coming motherhood.
Thank you. The baby's due in a couple of months. I was sorry, though, to hear about your mother's death, Sister Clarissa.
I'm comforted that she fell asleep in Jesus.
Have a seat. We don't have much furniture, but here's a chair you can sit on.
Thank you. Actually, that's partly what I came about.
Our lack of furniture?
And my lack of a home. My mother left me a whole house full of furniture, and I wondered if I could move in with you.
With us? I don't know what to say.
Oh, please. I could keep house while you and Elder White are traveling, and I could help with the cooking, and I could...
We'd love to have you live with us.
And I could wash clothes and tend the baby, and... Did you say I could live with you?
Yes, my dear. I'll be glad to have your help with the baby, and your cheerful disposition will brighten our home.
This was the year of the California gold rush. It seemed the whole country was traveling west, hoping to strike it rich. My husband was called to travel too, but the treasure he sought was the gold of human souls.
My work in New Hampshire and Maine was very successful, Ellen. Whew. It's good to be back home, though.
You know, when you first left, I worried you'd take the cholera, but God sent me a dream that reassured me.
I'm glad of that. I've been thinking. I believe it's time to act on the vision you had in Dorchester and publish the truth in a paper.
Oh, good. Some of the believers have money. They'll be able to support the work.
Right. I'll start contacting them immediately.
But those with money held onto it. My husband became discouraged, and at length gave up hoping for donations.
What will you do, James?
The only thing left for me to do. Go out and earn the money with my own hands. I mowed hay before, and I can do it again.
Do you know any farmers who need mowing done, Elder White?
No, Sister Bonfoy, but I'm sure there are some. I'll go out now to look. I'll try to be back in time for supper.
Elder White, wait!
What's the trouble?
It's Sister Ellen. She got all upset when you left and she's fainted. You'd better come quick.
Lord, if it is thy will, take this impairment from your daughter Ellen and return her to health.
What happened? I must have fainted. Oh, Glory.
What happened? She isn't breathing. Is she dying?
Don't worry. Ellen's going into vision. She'll be fine.
James, are you there? It's so dark. It's so dark.
I'm here, Ellen. Can you tell us what you saw in your vision?
Yes, I can. I was shown that last year when you labored with your hands for means to advance the cause of God, He gave you strength.
Yes, and I'll do it again.
No, James, you're not to do that. I was shown that if you should attempt to labor in the hayfields now, you will be stricken down with sickness.
Then what am I to do?
Your work is to write. Write. Write.
How does this sound, Ellen? I hope this little sheet will afford you some comfort and strength. Love and duty have compelled me to send it out to you.
A good beginning.
I know you must be rooted and built up in the present truth, or you will not be able to stand in the day of the battle of the Lord.
That sounds just right, James. What will you call the paper?
I should call it The Present Truth.
That's a perfect title.
Can I help you, mister?
I want to print a religious paper.
What was that?
I said I want to print a paper. Can you do that kind of work here?
Of course we can. Come into my office. Now, Mr.
I'm James White, and I have some copy here I'd like printed.
Well, printing's my game, Mr. White. I'm Charles Pelton. Glad to meet you. This copy is just fine, Mr. White. Present Truth, huh? Well, we should have the type set by Thursday. Can you be here then to read the proof?
I have to come from Rocky Hill, but I'll be here. Is 1 o'clock all right?
Sure. Just drive your rig through the alley and tie up in back of the building.
I don't have a horse and buggy. I walked from Rocky Hill to Middletown.
Why, that's at least 8 miles, man. 16 miles both ways. With your limp, where do you find the strength?
I've got a good friend who supplies that, Mr. Pelton. His name is Jesus.
Each time my husband made the trip between Rocky Hill and Middletown, he checked the proofs carefully and made sure the paper was locked into the forms exactly as he wanted it.
The storm is coming. War and famine, pestilence. Mr. Pelton? There's a misspelling, this word. See, it should be Pestilence.
Yes, I see. Well, mark every mistake you find and we'll reset the type and pull another proof. Can you come in again tomorrow?
Yes, I'll be here. Well, this is the day. The papers have been proofed and printed. I'll have to walk to Middletown to pick them up.
You can't carry 1,000 papers back to Rocky Hill in your arms, James. You couldn't carry 10 in this July heat. You take my horse and buggy.
But you'll need your rig for your business, Brother Albert.
Business can wait, but your paper has waited long enough already.
James drove into the Belden yard with a buggy load of the first issue of The Present Truth. We brought the papers into the house, where a small group of the faithful spread them on the floor and prayed for heaven's blessing.
I'm going to address the very first paper to the Howlands.
Good. And don't forget the Nichols family in Dorchester.
Folding and addressing 1,000 copies of The Present Truth is time-consuming, James. I don't think we'll get them all finished today.
Oh, I didn't expect we would, Brother Belden. Whatever ones we finish today, I'll pack in my old carpet bag and carry to the post office in Middletown tomorrow morning.
As God had revealed, the funds did come in to pay for the printing, although Mr. Pelton had to wait 2 months for payment on this first issue. Other things, however, would not wait.
Can I be of any help?
You can help by staying out of the way, James White. Clarissa, is that water hot? Bring those clean sheets and the water into the bedroom.
Is Ellen, is she having a hard time?
No harder than any other woman at a time like this. James, you're just in the way here. Why don't you go sit out on the porch with Albert?
You might as well sit and take it easy, my friend. The way women act at a birthing. You'd think we had nothing to do with it.
I'm worried about Ellen. She's so frail.
Stop worrying. That young woman is stronger than you think. I'm sure everything will be all right.
Well, there seems to be an addition to the White family.
Elder White,
Yes, Sister Clarissa?
you'd better come in and say hello to your new son. And don't worry, both mother and baby are doing fine, just fine.
There, my baby, there. Isn't he beautiful, James? What will we name him?
Well, we could name him after your father.
No. We'll name him after his father. And for the middle name?
Edson. We'll name him Edson, after our friend Hiram.
All right. James Edson White it will be. I like it. It has a nice ring.
I'll never forget that day, July 28th, 1849, when Edson, as he came to be called, joined our family. By the time he was 6 weeks old, we were traveling again.